Yeah, great
Love the logo.
reference. Of course, Jeter came out, part 2, last Friday. Don't forget about theshow.com. We have a survey up there. We love hearing your guys' feedback. So go check that out. But enough about, what we were doing last week.
Of course.
Let's talk about today. It's a huge day. Team Affinity Chapter 3 starts today. You guys have been waiting for it all season. We can officially say it is Grind 99
Grind 99 time. I know people have been asking the last couple months. I see it on my timeline. Where's the Grind 99 talk? Well, we didn't really have any 99s.
No.
But we do now. All 30 Team Affinity teams, Carson, are going to have 99 overall rewards.
Yeah, they're great players. I got a chance to look at them, earlier this week. I know a lot of you guys have seen them on socials. But there still is one division that we've been holding for the stream.
Oh, of course. And we will get to that division in just one moment. But quick reminder as well, it is double XP weekend. And just like we did it a few weekends ago, we have quadrupled the gameplay XP cap. So you can earn up to 60,000 XP a day for the duration of this weekend until Monday at noon. And then as you see, all the content we're going to be diving into today, we have exploded the XP in some of these areas: ranked, BR, events, Team Affinity, season awards, the list goes on. In terms of non-gameplay XP, program XP, you will have the chance to earn over 180,000 XP. We are predicting many more people are going to be reaching those bosses, and if you already are there or are close to being there, we're going to see some wheel spins, Carson. We're going to see a lot of wheel spins, and this is going to keep going for the next month or so.
I mean, that's what it's all about. It's an XP palooza. Go out
XP
there and get your XP. It's XP Palooza at MLB The Show.
Weekend. There we go. But without further ado, Carson, shall we dive into NL West?
Yeah, let's take a look.
So here we have, as Carson was saying, we went through the first 5 of our Team Affinity divisions on social. So if you haven't seen those bosses yet, they are there. And who knows, you might be going through some attributes a little later for those 5s. But we have yet to touch upon the NL West. So as you can kind of see in our programs, we have a fresh set of unlockables for you all. Similarly to Chapter 2 programs, you're going to see some old friends, Carson, at 30,000 TA points.
Yeah, 30,000, you're going to see the choice pack. You can choose between one of these 2 packs. So you have the pack 1 for MLB The Show Classics, and then, of course, the Pipeline pack 2. So pick what you want, depending on collections,
Absolutely. We want to really focus on getting you all to those season collects. So a little more surprises sprinkled in today. And who knows in the future, but let's focus on today. We have our first boss pack at 60,000 TA, Carson. Should we show the people who's in this pack?
I think we have to. Now, remember, there's a 99 for each player in this division.
There is a 99, can confirm.
So I think we should show them.
Let's show them. Right off the bat, we have Escobar, Crone, Sheffield, Renfro, and Wilson to round out your NL West division. And I know the people want to see the attributes. So, Carson, should we dive into it?
Yeah, let's start with Escobar. I know this is a card you were super excited to get into the game.
Oh, yeah.
I can see why. We got the switch hitter, of course, holding down third base. I mean, he's going to kill lefties. He's going to do a great job against righties. And, of course, he's got a super solid clutch rating, too.
Oh, yeah. He's going to hit for contact. He's going to hit for power. And I don't know about you, but I've been slowly building up my Carlos Santana theme team. And
yeah.
Escobar fits right in. Although he's probably going to have to replace Candelario for me, so that makes me a little sad because I love Candelario. But we'll find a spot in DH or on the bench for him.
Yeah, for sure. This will definitely be one of the first third basemen I try to grind for.
Oh, yeah. But that's not all. CJ Crone will be your Colorado Rockies Team Affinity choice, and similarly, he can hit for power against lefties and contact against lefties. He absolutely rakes. And then a little 116 clutch action as well. So CJ Crone, I mean, maybe the C in CJ stands for clutch, Carson.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, he's going to hold down first base. I love having players with a high clutch, especially at first base. Put him in the 3 or 4 hole and just let him go to work.
He's going to go to work? But, Carson, that's not all. Talk to us about Gary Sheffield for the Dodgers.
Yeah, this is a cool card. When I was looking at it earlier this week, I was super stoked. I mean, reverse splits, another great option at left field or right field. You can play the corners.
Absolutely.
Clutch through the roof, and then, rocket arm to help throw those guys out. No one runs on Ashley, right?
No one runs on me. You're going to be tossed out. I'm just saying. I'm glad the people know that.
Yeah, so Gary Sheffield, another great card. I love the reverse splits, but, I mean, we still have 2 absolute gems here.
We do. As Sheffield is cooking it up, pun always intended, Hunter Renfroe is our Padre representative, and Carson, max double barrels for Hunter Renfroe.
Yeah.
I will just say, if you are pitching against Hunter Renfroe, beware the home run ball. It's going to be popping off of his bats.
And look at the defense.
He can play.
I mean, he's just a fun card. I remember when he was playing here in San Diego, he was so fun to watch. His rookie year, I think he hit like 25 or 30 home runs. It was unbelievable.
He was on fire.
So another great card. But then, of course,
you
can't say NL West without
Mr.
Brian
the
Wilson.
Giants with Brian Wilson. The beard, shout out BK, Brian Wilson, max strikeouts per 9, and because he's Brian Wilson,
yes,
he's got that max Brian Wilson with the max clutch, and he throws some heats, Carson.
Yeah, he throws it hard. I love his pitch mix. I love sneaking in the fastball, cutter, slider, and then, of course, you have the 2-seam to keep people a little off tilt.
Got to keep them off balance a little bit.
But this is going to be, one of the best closing pitchers, right when we push the button today.
Absolutely. He will be a mainstay in a lot of our fans' bullpen. And as we round out this pack for the NL West program, that is not all. There's a few more goodies in the reward path. We've upped some packs. We've upped some stub values. And as we're earning some boss packs, getting some stubs, getting some even more packs, we have a surprise at 180,000 TA points, Carson, and all 6 of the Chapter 3 Team Affinity program paths. You all, if you grind all the way to it, will get a Season 1 Vault Pack that is sellable in all 6. And I hear, Carson, that there's no longer a chance at gold cards.
No, yeah, it's going to be diamonds.
It's going to be a guaranteed diamond.
It's going to pull from a whole pool of diamond players, correct?
A whole pool of diamond players. You'll see a lot of our choice packs being represented in here. We want to help you with those set collects because I don't want to spoil it, but we might have another surprise near the end of today's stream. But you'll see some of our favorites throughout the season represented in this pack.
Yeah, so just keep an eye on. Those aren't the only players that are going to be in it. It'll pull from all the diamonds or most of the diamonds, and you get to choose 2 of them.
You choose 2 of them.
Which is awesome. Like you said, it's going to help with the collections. I'm sure people are excited right now. How could they not be? We should probably talk about how they're going to get through this.
That's a great question, right? Carson. How will we get through it? Of course, we're going to start off our list with our vouchers. Mini Seasons has been updated with new player pools, so look out for those Chapter 3 bosses that are now eligible to be pulled into your Team Affinity squad and also face off against. You'll earn vouchers in Showdown, in Conquest, so the repeatable Conquest map and the repeatable Showdown are returning for Chapter 3 content. We know you all have enjoyed the repeatability of those 2 modes, and we just want to keep giving it to you.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you can see we also have a couple moments in here, help you out, some stat missions. I mean, kind of just do it your way. There's a lot of options here. And then something else that's important to know, I know we talked about this, is grinding with some of these repeatable missions is going to help with Chapter 1 and Chapter 2,
yes,
correct?
Absolutely. Yeah. So as you're making progress in Chapter 3, if you haven't finished Chapter 1 or Chapter 2 yet, you will be making progress simultaneously in all 3 of the programs. We want to keep you caught up with some of those cards that have kind of passed the overall. We want to keep you focused on getting your team to a 99 squad as efficiently and effectively as possible, so you have the opportunity to keep going and doing that because, Carson, unlike Chapter 1 and Chapter 2, Chapter 3 at Team Affinity is not time limited.
Yep.
It is here to stay, and you'll have the next month to keep earning these cards, even past the month. We won't get too far into Season 2 and wild cards and all that, but do know it's on the horizon. But because these 99s will be lasting in people's inventories, we want their play journey to be as lasting as they're earning the 99s. So as you touched upon, we have boss stat missions, we have some repeatable PXP missions where you are able to also use those past TA bosses to earn progress in some of those repeatable PXP missions. But something that's new, Carson, if we take a look in our single player missions folder, is we've been gauging feedback, seeing where we can always improve progress, and we know that some of our single player missions maybe weren't as, effective in grasping the different types of single player modes. We have our mini seasons and conquest, 3-inning single player modes, play versus CPU, a 9-inning mode, you can't really expect anyone to get like 30 hits in a singular mini-season game.
For sure.
So we have reworked some of our single-player missions to be more specific to the mode that they represent, and hopefully that will help our fans have a little bit more fun as they're playing these modes and keep their progress going, Carson.
Right, and I know you guys have been talking about this a lot, kind of just scaling to make sure each grind feels like it's worth it.
Absolutely.
So you can kind of pick and choose. If you want to knock out the mini-season stuff because you love mini-seasons, that's great. If you're more of a conquest player, you can knock these out, and it's all going to kind of feel like it's worth it.
Absolutely. We want it to be as equal of a journey as possible and try to make tweaks wherever we can.
Yep.
And one last tweak, when we were talking about vouchers, now we talk about mini seasons, and this will also be true for Conquest, is in mini seasons, in Conquest, in the last chapter, it was win 5 games or capture 5 strongholds, and you earned a voucher that you can redeem in any Team Affinity program that is representative of that chapter. For Chapter 3, Carson, we wanted to make it speed up just a little bit, whereas every 4 strongholds or every 4 wins on any difficulty will net you a voucher in either of those 2 modes. And again, they are repeatable.
Yeah, which is great. So you're going to essentially be grinding. If you play mini seasons, like, you're going to be grinding through faster than ever. You're going to be getting more vouchers, and hopefully, you'll make your way all the way to the end, including that vault pack. So should be good.
It's looking a little spicy. We shall see, but we want these 99s on your squad, and we also want you, of course, to enjoy your journey and truly choose how you wish to play to earn these cards.
Yeah, for sure. Do we want to talk about this extreme moment?
I mean, I feel like we have to.
Yeah, we have to.
We have 2 extremes, once again, returning from Chapter 2. We've seen great enjoyment from our fans all across the divisions, not just tied to one division. So a normal moment returns for each of the 6 divisions, but also, as we see here with Carson, the extreme moment will return in each of the 6. You'll have 6 total extreme moments, 6 total normal moments. And Carson, on top of the extreme moments, the extreme showdown for one-time progress is also returning from Chapter 2 to Chapter 3. So if you step up to the plate, have what it takes, you knock out the Extreme Showdown, which, by the way, gives you progress in all 6 of the programs once you get it done.
Yeah.
It is not tied to just one. So if you knock out the Showdown, you knock out the Extreme Moment, you're already to that choice of choice packs, which means you're halfway to your first boss in each of these programs.
With literally just 2 missions completed.
Yep.
So good luck. I don't know if I'll be able to do it, but I'll definitely give it a try here once we push the button.
Absolutely. It will take some time, but the time could pay off for many of you, Carson.
Yeah, for sure. Great stuff. Yeah, we're really excited for Team Affinity. We've tinkered with this reward path here and the missions to make sure that it feels like it's worth it as you guys are grinding for these 99s. But, of course, we had to loop in the ringer, right?
Oh, yeah.
We had to call in a friend.
We need to call in a friend.
And he's going to talk more about Team Affinity with everyone. So, Colin, can we roll that seat?
Hey, everyone. It is an exciting day in MLB The Show. We are getting 30 99s in Team Affinity. I personally have been super into captain team builds recently, so I wanted to go over one of my favorite players from this Team Affinity drop. Ryan Ludwig from the St. Louis Cardinals is super unique. This is a pretty solid player across the board as it is, but when you factor in the captain teams he could be a part of, he becomes really, really good. This item is based off his 2008 season, which was his best year. He hit 37 bombs, and because it is from 2008, it means he qualifies for the David Ortiz captain boost for 2000s hitters. This is what a 2000s hitters team build might look like, and with the tier 3 maximum boost, you can see Ryan Ludwig becomes amazing. Max clutch, almost max in contact and power versus right, and also jumps to over 100 in the attributes versus lefties. In addition to that, he bats right-handed, but he throws left-handed, which means he's also eligible for the Kershaw lefty boost. This Clayton Kershaw captain boosts lefties on your team. You can see this is a roster of all left-handed hitters, and Ludwig is still getting boosted. But the really cool thing is that since he's eligible for both, he can actually be boosted by both at the same time. So this roster is a tier 3 max David Ortiz boost and a tier 2 mid Clayton Kershaw boost. And when he's getting boosted by both at the same time, you can see he ends up being max against righties with 125 clutch. And this Ryan Ludwig has 7 quirks, including dead red. If you're interested in running captains yourself, make sure on your main squad screen you go to the left and make sure they're assigned at this captain screen. Find the captain you want, select them, and then hit assign as captain. And if you're in game, have a captain on your squad and want to see who gets the boost from them, make sure you go to my inventory and then my MLB players. There is a filter for boosted by captain which you can select, which will show you the cards you own and don't own, which is super useful. Take care everyone, and I hope you enjoy all the awesome awesome content that is dropping today in MLB The Show.
Thank you, Sebrev. You know, always great hearing insight from one of the best players in the studio.
One of the best of the best.
Now that he's shown us some of his favorite stuff coming in, let's talk about some of our favorite stuff. We built a squad here.
We built a squad, Carson. And Team Affinity will take up most of people's, lineup screen and time today. But
sure.
there are a few little sprinkles in, including a big one in left field, Carson.
Yeah, the hometown guy, Jurickson Profar. He's the head guy for the season award 7, the first 99 of the group.
First 99 in the program.
It's switch hitter season, folks.
Switch hitting Profar. Shout out Rory. He plays everywhere besides catcher, but we can't expect Profar to do it all. He does enough, but he absolutely rakes against righties. He's going to hold it down anywhere on the diamond. And if you want to use him for some speed, got a little bit of gappers, want to go for 2 or 3, Profar's your guy, Carson.
Yeah, I mean, he's been hitting the cover off the ball all season, and, it's cool to see Rory reward him with a great card here in Diamond Dynasty.
Oh, yeah. And should I say, Max Bryan.
Oh, yeah, I didn't even notice that. Max Bryan, I mean, this card should be everyone's left fielder, first baseman, second baseman, third baseman, shortstop, center fielder, or right fielder.
Can we make a squad of just like all Profars? You think that's possible?
We could try.
I'll talk around. I'll see what we can find.
Okay. Looking ahead, I know we have Eric Davis. This is Team Affinity, correct?
This is Team Affinity, Eric Davis, and he absolutely crushes left-handers, Carson. And, yeah, he's going to get to any ball in the outfield with that speed, and he's going to cause havoc on the base paths.
Yeah, this is a great card. I mean, when you talk about 5 tools, you got the hitting, you got the defense, you got the speed. This is a perfect center fielder, and you just have to grind. And
you just got to grind and get it. That's all you need. But that's not all. We'll reintroduce Ryan Ludwig that our good friend Sebrev just won over. Ludwig fitting some captain boosts, and then, of course, hit for contact, hit for power. He's clutch. And, again, he can play some defense.
Yeah, underrated speed, too. This is a really solid card. I'd love to put him in the corner and just, let him go to work.
Absolutely.
Where do you want to go next? What do you think?
Ooh, I mean, we just did some couple team affinities. But where can we find this Matt Olson, Carson? Should we let the people know?
Yes, I'm happy you asked. Matt Olson will be the 20-win reward.
20-win reward.
For the new event, Gold Glove Matt Olson. Shout out Sebrev, Oakland A's. 20 wins in the new event, and you're going to have yourself Matt Olson. This guy, kills righties, and he always has a swing that plays above his ratings.
Oh, he's just absolutely amazing. And then speaking of Matt Olson, with the new event coming out today, it is done, the Lefty Launchpad event.
Yes.
So as you can see with Matt Olson here, we are looking for lineups constructed of all left-handed or switch-hitting hitters against right-handed pitchers.
Yeah.
I think we're going to see a lot of moonshots, Carson.
For sure, and that's why you kind of see Matt Olson as our 20-win guy. He kills righties, so it felt right to put him there.
It felt right, absolutely. But who should we go to next, Carson?
I think we got to keep it going with the switch hitters.
Ooh.
I love this card every year.
He's amazing.
Brian Roberts, secondary shortstop. You don't see that too often.
You don't.
Max contact versus righties. This is a card that you'll get from the Orioles Team Affinity.
Absolutely.
Over in the AL East, this is going to be probably people's favorite second baseman, right when we drop the content.
Right when it's dropped. After you put in some time, of course.
Yes, of course.
Absolutely. But Brian Roberts donning the AL East Team Affinity, and we showed off this card on our socials page just the other day. And people are hyped to see this Wagner, Carson.
Have they not seen the ratings yet?
They haven't.
Oh, we're about to do
So
that?
we probably shouldn't show them, just keep it a surprise till noon.
Yeah, they can wait.
No,
we'll show you guys.
Never. Hannes Wagner, just like our Profar, can literally play anywhere on the diamond. He can hit. Don't underestimate his power.
Yeah.
Y'all know how I feel about bunting, but if you would like to bunt with Wagner, you absolutely can bunt with Wagner.
Yeah.
He's going to play solid defense, and, I like to say I can throw out anybody who's trying to steal against me. I don't know if I can throw out this Wagner.
Yeah, he's got wheels for sure. Great defense. And then, like you said, the position flexibility like Profar. I love having guys that are just ball players. They can play everywhere. And Honus is probably, the poster child for that.
1,000,000%. And shortstop primary is pretty solid.
Yeah, definitely. Another great card. Where can we find this one?
This one is going to be one of your Battle Royale Flawless rewards.
Okay, so you'll be on the lookout for him over in BR. Another great card. but not to be outdone. We've talked about third baseman already.
We have talked about a few.
But shout out Kyle Blake, Twins, Harmon Killebrew. He hits the crap out of the ball.
He kills lefties. Can I say that with the power numbers?
Yeah,
Is that too much of a pun?
No, I'll allow it.
Okay, thank you, Carson.
So you can play him at third. You can always put him in the DH spot
Right.
too if you're one of the people that wants to have good defense. Another card that you'll be grinding for in Team Affinity.
Team Affinity. But
where
we
do you
got
go
some
next?
big names at both the
Yeah.
DH and catcher. So let's actually hop over to the DH spot first. 99 Milestone Prince Fielder is your ranked program reward, which you can earn today once the content is dropped at 75 ranked program points. You can add a max power, practically max clutch, contact against right, power against right, Prince Fielder to your squad, Carson.
I love Prince Fielder. He's one of my favorite
So great.
hitters of all time. I just love the way he played. And this is a really cool milestone card to celebrate him. Get him in the ranked reward path. 75?
75 points.
75 points. He'll be yours. Really, really solid card. Age 23, a young Prince Fielder.
A young Prince Fielder.
Yeah.
50 home run young Prince Fielder.
Mhm.
Can you hit 50 home runs?
It depends how much time I have. You giving me
Fair point.
Give me a year, maybe.
All right.
And then, of course, that's not all for the ranked. We have our first
Ooh.
World Series reward.
Of course. Yep.
Jorge Posada. I'm sure you guys saw him on socials. He's going to play for you.
I mean, does it get any better than this? Switch hitting Jorge Posada, max contact. He's gonna get on base.
Yes.
For lack of a better. He's just gonna get on base. He can hit for power. Don't underestimate his numbers there. He's got basically max clutch, and he's going to get the job done for you, Carson, on the offense side. And not to mention, he can hold it back behind home plate.
Yeah,
Hold
for
it
sure.
down.
This is a great card. I love these retro finest card art too. It's so it just looks so clean. One of Jeter's guys.
One of Jeter's guys,
Celebrating him in Diamond Dynasty, which is cool.
That's actually a good point. We saw Posada, a lower rated gold, if you will, around 84 gold, in storylines, and now he has a 99 diamond. I wonder if that's not the only card that will kind of see that bump at some point today.
It makes you wonder.
Makes you wonder.
Is he one of the only Jeter friend 99s?
I mean,
We'll have to
We'll find
circle back
out.
on that. Yeah, we'll have to circle back. Do we want to go through some of these bench spots?
let's do it. Yeah, let's go through some of these attributes. Again, more Team Affinity guys. Just we couldn't fit them in our lineup, but we had to show you, so we had them right here. Shout out Control Room Colin, Edgar Martinez for the Seattle Mariners. Max contact against left. He's going to absolutely destroy the cover off the baseball with those power numbers. Max discipline, max clutch. What more could you want from him, Carson?
Yeah, he's a professional hitter. He always has been.
Yeah.
Great bench piece, great DH. And then, again, if you're just, if you want to be like the Phillies and not care about defense and just, hit the crap out of the ball, this is your third baseman.
This is your third
It's
baseman,
perfect. Depends how you want to build your team.
Yeah, exactly, But, we couldn't let anyone go without the return of the chicken man, Wade Boggs. Once again, like Posada, max contact against lefties, righties. And honestly, I don't really care about any else of the attributes because Wade Boggs, he just gets on base.
Yeah.
He could have one contact on both sides, and he's just going to get on base,
Yeah, for sure. He's a card that always plays above his ratings. Another great third base option. He can also play first. This is a card that, people will like to get in Team Affinity for sure.
Without a doubt. But that's not all, Carson.
No, that's not all. We still got two great players here. Let's show them.
Who, Brad Miller. I'm sensing a theme here with some of these secondary positions.
Mm-hmm. Lots of flexibility here.
Oh, yeah.
This is, what you want in a shortstop. He's got power. He's got some solid fielding. This is a really good card in terms of just grind for him. You'll get him, and he'll play for you.
And Ray's Brad Miller.
Yeah.
A little exciting right there.
Yeah, good call out there. Lefty, can't have too many lefties.
I'm going to need him to fill up my lefty lunch pad event. I'm just saying. But last but not least, rounding out our bench here is Mr. Jeff Bagwell. And, max contact left. He's going to get it done, power versus rights. And a little note, this card is based upon his 1994 MVP season, where Bagwell posted over a 1,200 OPS season, which actually ranks 35th all-time in a single-season OPS. But guess what, Carson?
What's that?
That still wasn't the best OPS of that season.
Who was it? 94?
I mean,
oh, my goodness.
might be a little biased, but, Frank Thomas might have beat him a little bit. But you know what? The big hurt, he'll have his time to shine sometime in the future. Jeff Bagwell takes center stage today.
Today it's about Jeff.
Today's about Jeff, Absolutely. But, you walked right into it.
I did. This is another great card that you'll get in Team Affinity. Plug and play, essentially. Once you grind, yeah.
But, of course, we need to talk about our pitchers.
Yeah, we do. I feel like sometimes we neglect the pitcher position on these streams.
Yeah.
So we're going to show a couple pitchers that you guys can grind for, starting with Sandy Alcantara.
Let's do it. You saw him in the starter program, and now he is beefier than beef here in Team Affinity. And, he's got the circle change. He's got the sinker, the slider, the four-seamer, a great speed differentiation amongst his pitches. But, a thing that we love about our pitchers are their quirks. More specifically, their outlier. He has outlier 2 on his sinker, so watch out, everyone. I think Sandy's going to be dib-dotting the strike zone against you.
Yeah, even that Sandy in the starting program was really good at launch. So this card's going to be really solid for everyone. Another great pitching option.
Oh, yeah. And, Kerry Wood, Cubs fans, here you are, Team Affinity Kerry Wood. I remember when Kerry Wood was a part of the Extreme program a couple of years ago, and you had to get like 20 strikeouts in a single game. I don't know how, but I got it done the first try, and that's like the best I've ever done. But that's besides the point. Kerry Wood, now a little bit more attainable in a Team Affinity program, if you will. He's got max break, max velocity, max Brian. Brian, thank you for taking care of us. And similar to Sandy, should we check out his quirks, Carson?
Yeah, I'm going to see this card in my nightmares.
Oh, yeah. He has outlier in that four-seam fastball.
Throwing 102. He's also got that cutter for the other fastball-ish option, and then some of the off-speed stuff. It's going to be really tough to hit him.
I mean, you throw in a 102 fastball, and then you just drop a 70-mile-per-hour 12-6 curve.
It ain't right.
I'm just going to grab some bench now. When I see him, it's not going to fare well for me.
It ain't right. Yeah, he's a great card. I think people are going to be really excited to have him in the game.
Absolutely. But that is not all. Tom Glavine for the Atlanta Braves as the starting pitcher. He's got the sinker. He's got the circle change. When you want to talk about speed differentiation amongst pitches, which we will show you right here, Tom Glavine is your guy. And for the second year in a row, Carson, we debuted it last year.
Yeah.
We kept it going this year. Tom Glavine has that cutter for his fifth pitch right here. So he does have a sinker-cutter mix that we know our fans really love and enjoy.
Yeah, that was a Sebrev call-out. He was like, the cutter is going to make him a game changer. Oh, yeah. So as the lefty, being able to throw that cutter up and in and then have that sinker running away, there's going to be a lot of players that are going to be picking Tom Glavine.
Oh, without a doubt.
Two more to go. Johnny Cueto.
And
the Reds.
We already saw a Reds Team Affinity.
We did.
We had Eric Davis.
Oh,
so
we did.
Johnny Cueto, alongside Wagner, will be your second flawless or BR program award, or both if you're really good. Let's be real.
For sure.
But Johnny Cueto will be your second Battle Royale reward. He's got the cutter himself and a sinker and the four-seamer. He's got the Max Brian. I think we're sensing the theme now. And I remember I would play test against Johnny Cueto, against Lane, and I don't know what, but this card just absolutely, for whatever reason, I can't hit against any Johnny Cuetos.
He's awesome. The one last year, the WBC card, I mean, I just love his pitch mix, and I love his, delivery, the way he, he has some swag when he delivers it to the plate, so another great card, BR Flawless.
Shout out Lano.
This is an awesome card.
But that's not all.
Hometown cooking here.
I might be the only person who might be enjoying this, but you know what? That's okay. Lucas Giolito, another one of our Team Affinity options. He will be representing the White Sox. Of course, more pitchers to come for other Team Affinities. Got the fastball, the circle change, the slider, the 12-6 curve. Definitely has that little speed differentiation, some clutch, some hits per nine, some Ks per nine. He'll get the job done.
Yeah, Nats prospect turned White Sox All-Star.
Absolutely.
So the desk is a huge supporter of Lucas Giolito.
Absolutely.
All right.
But starting pitchers, should we cover a bit of the bullpen, Carson?
Yeah, let's call out a couple of these guys. I know that you had a few that you think are worth mentioning.
Absolutely.
We already saw Brian Wilson.
Right, we know Wilson, we know Franco from earlier. We're just kind of theming out our bullpen based upon previous content, what's dropping today. But there's a Joe Nathan that we haven't seen. Oh, you wanted to go to the Goose Gossage.
I thought you wanted to go to the Goose
I mean, to be fair, I do. I was going to build up to it, but I mean, why not just drop it now?
Okay, that sounds good.
Hall of Fame, new series this year. You saw it earlier on our launch content stream with the Hall of Fame Willie Mays, for example. This card series will persist throughout the year, and you'll see it with Mr. Goose Gossage himself, who you'll find in the Headliner 17 pack if you're interested.
Yeah, awesome card art. I mean, this guy, he's always so tough to hit. I am hoping I can get him quickly.
Oh, yeah. That would be the goal here. I mean, max Ks per 9, 114 player clutch. He would be a great card to have, but you know what? You don't have to have him for your bullpen. We put him here, but we have more Team Affinity options. We have options in the Season Collect, the Set Collect, previous Team Affinities, previous content areas. If you want him, go get him, but you do not have to get him.
For sure. There's tons of viable options here. I'm seeing Hankey. I'm seeing Trinan. A lot of really good options. Do we want to show any of these attributes?
I mean, I think we should show Trinan and Hankey especially.
Yeah, let's do it.
Shout out Seabrev, Blake Trinan here, sinker, slider, four-seamer cutter, max hits per 9, max clutch. I feel like I'm repeating myself. But you know what else he also has, Carson?
He does. He's one of the ones that we threw it over.
Oh, yeah. He's got that outlier on his sinker. Him, Sandy, Johnny Cueto. Like, I fear I'm not going to get as many hits as I typically do anymore, Carson.
Yeah, with Trinan, it's just so much speed and so much movement. It's really hard to get on top of him. So this is a really good card that's going to bolster the bullpen quickly. And then, of course,
Tom Hankey.
Tom Hankey.
What do you see here, Carson?
Blue Jays closer.
Yeah.
Always a fun card to pitch with. He throws the ball hard. The forkball's super quirky, and then the slider. I know some people like having a few more pitches with their relievers, but I think these three should get it done for you.
Can't argue against that. Tom Hankey in the bullpen, and there's one more reward we want to touch on in that little middle relief spot. Tyler Rogers. He will be your 10-win event reward. The sinker, the slider, the four-seamer, and you see those pitch speeds. But then you remember how Tyler Rogers delivers his pitches, and you're like, oh, okay, this is another nightmare of Ashley's dreams.
Yeah, this is the change of pace guy, right? You're used to having the flamethrowers in the bullpen, but then you throw, a guy that throws 83 sinker, and you just are ahead of everything.
Absolutely. Very early, very early, very early. And then I strike out before I know it, and then I'm sad. But then I try again, and that's what matters.
That is what matters.
All right, bringing us back to the main camera. We try to show you all a little bit from Battle Royale to events to some ranked rewards to Team Affinity. There's many more than just that. Carson and I just wanted to pick a few of our favorites and go through them. But we wanted to talk about one program a teensy bit more in depth, and that is our ranked program. So we went through the rewards. We went through our World Series boss, Jorge Posada. We went through Prince Fielder alongside the path, Joe Nathan, you'll find in your 500 rating pack. But if we pull up the dev kit once more, and we go through our tasks, like always, we have our innings missions, pitch and solo, pitch and co-op, or both, and you will get progress tracked.
This is stuff people have seen before.
People have seen this, but we want to give the people something they haven't seen before. We are never done adding newness wherever we can throughout the current game, and for the first time since ranked co-op has been introduced, stat missions are tracking for ranked co-op. So play solo, play co-op, they will be tracking toward your progress in the ranked program, and we want to see your feedback, see where it is, see if you're liking it, maybe you're not liking it, where we can make our tweaks, because this is just a start for these missions, and who knows, maybe they'll show up in other places in future content.
Yeah, this is an awesome addition to the ranked reward path. I mean, go play with your friends. That means, like, if me and Ashley are going to play 2v2 and she gets 3 doubles, I get to cherry pick those 3 doubles.
Oh yeah.
So find your good friends and take some of the rewards for them, and this will help you progress even faster through the reward path, which is great.
Yeah, that's a good point you bring up. If I hit 3 extra base hits and Carson gets 3 extra base hits, instead of it showing us 3 out of 35 for mine, 3 out of 35 for Carson, for both of us, it will be 6 out of 35 for this extra base hit mission. So truly, get your friends, grab your Team Affinity squads, get some progress going in the ranked program, and hopefully have fun with it.
Yeah, for sure. This is a great addition. Stat tracking, for co-op.
Stat tracking for co-op.
Huge
PXP, not yet.
Not yet.
I know the people are wondering. PXP, not yet. Stat missions are a go for ranked and stat tracking for co-op.
Another win.
Oh, yeah.
But
so
that's not all.
that's not all.
Yeah.
We went through some of our players. We highlighted events, BR, ranked. And we mentioned something when we showed off the Jorge Posada World Series boss of, hey, he had like an 84 gold in the Jeter storylines. There's somebody at an 85 diamond in the Jeter storylines that was maybe a new legend last week. And, saw a lot of feedback of, hey, it's CC Sabathia. There's got to be something else here that we're maybe missing on.
Yeah.
So should we show the people, Carson?
I mean, the dev kit's ready.
The dev kit is ready. I kind of already said his name, but, it's live.
The cat's out of the bag.
Oh, yeah. 99 CC Sabathia has been added to Diamond Dynasty. We wanted to make sure in Jeter storylines we got to highlight him respectively through that, and then of course see what we can do with him in Diamond Dynasty, Carson. The stamina, the hits per 9, the Ks per 9, the walks per 9, the clutch. He's going to dot the zone. He's not going to walk very many people or miss the fastball, the slider, the sinker. And we got to talk about quirks.
Yeah, of course.
He's got that break outlier, meaning the longer he goes throughout the game, his break will not lose, any break on his pitchers, Carson.
Yeah, the slider's still going to move like crazy. That circle change is going to drop from the sky. Sassy lefty. CC Sabathia, he's in the game. 99 overall. You got to collect 250 Season 1 players. But it's exactly what we talked about. The first stream of the year, we're going to keep building up these collections. As you guys are getting more players that you can earn, you can lock them in and you can get some really awesome rewards.
Absolutely. As Carson said, CC Sabathia has been newly added to our season collect at 250 cards. Again, we have 30 Team Affinity cards throughout our online modes. And then, of course, we're going to see some of the return of some of those choice packs in Team Affinity like we did in Chapter 2. And that might be today. And we want to keep our focus on today. But there will be ways and options and a plenty to get you up the ladder in season collect throughout Season 1, Carson. I don't want to speak too far into it.
Of course.
But we got you all covered.
Yeah, we're going to take care of you.
Yeah.
We're going to take care of you. I think that might be mostly everything.
That
if we want to go to
mostly
full
everything.
screen.
Yeah.
We're really excited for you guys to play the content. Grind 99 is back.
Grind 99.
We got Scouting Report. Make sure you guys sign up. Colin would be remiss if I didn't mention that a specific May Scouting Report pack will be hitting the accounts early next week.
I'm ready.
There's going to be an icon. I know you guys are all very excited.
I love my icon. That's all I need.
There's going to be player items.
Player item.
And there's a guaranteed diamond. So make sure you sign up for the Scouting Report. You'll get the pack. And then, of course, follow us on socials. We're always talking about great content that's coming into the game. We appreciate all you guys. We appreciate the feedback. Do the survey on theshow.com. We can't wait to hear what you guys think. And then, of course, thank you to everyone on the SDS side. We got the live team. We got the art team.
Mm-hmm.
We got
Shout
all
out
the programmers. We got the designers. Shout out QA. Everyone that makes this thing go. We really appreciate it. And then I think there's a 10th bullet here. Do you want to let the folks know?
Yes. If you go on Twitter and drop something about what your favorite piece of content is, under any MLB The Show tweets that have released today, this week, about today's content, and you say what you're looking forward to, and if we see enough of it, we're going to be turning on Drops for All this weekend. Let us know what you're looking forward to, and Drops for All will be coming your way, Carson.
Yeah, confirmed. Colin's ready to push the button for Drops for All as soon as you guys are. So
absolutely.
Let's hit it. I think, there is one
more
more thing.
Wait. Yeah.
Colin, roll it.